watching Tommy TV.
Alongside my partner Reed Camai as we get ready for Taylorville Tornado football on tap for you on a beautiful but hot Friday night. Glad to have you with us here as the Taylorville Tornadoes look to take on the Mattoon Greenwave. Taylorville coming into this game 2-3 as they take on the Mattoon Greenwave, who come in at 1-4. Taylorville trying to get back to 500 in what has been a great couple of weeks for this Taylorville football team. I had to miss last week because of some prior engagements, but my partner Reed Camai was there. And Reed, I watched the whole game. Taylorville played a fantastic game against Effingham.
Well, they played a fantastic game. They played all 48 minutes. If you watched last week, you heard Matt Hart talk a lot about grit. They really showed it that entire time. That made the difference. They were effective on defense, made plays when they needed to on offense. And that really made the difference as they spoiled Effingham's homecoming. And
Taylorville really went into that game kind of firing on all four cylinders, and we've been watching through that the play of quarterback Isaac Repsher, who really has come into his own as a quarterback. He has been fantastic. He's really done a great job of leading this team and taken the horns, so to speak, as far as being a junior running the organization of this team. It's been great to see him get comfortable. When you look at Isaac Repsher and you look at what he's been able to do, you look at this guy and he's calm, composed, and cool in the pocket, and you love to see that from your junior quarterback.
And he's gotten so much better at that as the season has gone on. Just every day he's a lot better at making those good decisions in the pocket. That was a big struggle at the start of the season. Has looked great in the last few weeks. Not so much against Muhammad Seymour, but otherwise it has looked a lot better. It was great last week. He did throw one pick six that was actually overturned because of a penalty by Effingham, but other than that, pretty much flawless from Isaac Repsher. He's made great use of his top targets at the wide receiver role as well.
And speaking of wide receiver role, a big part of that has been the wide receiving play of number 88, Malik Pierce. And Malik Pierce, a big part of this Taylorville offense. He's quiet, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. Big flashes as Malik Pierce really able to dominate his speed and his strength as far as just being able to grab any ball and pull it down.
That's all worked so well for him. Of course, he had that fantastic game against Freeburg. Hadn't had quite the same numbers in the last two games, but I think with that, he's due tonight to have a big game. I expect that Repsher-Pierce pairing is going to play a big role in the outcome of this game.
And with that, of course, we also look at their running game. And Taylorville's running game has been really good. They've been able to use the play of Owen Mateer and Spencer Brown. But when you look at Owen Mateer and what Owen Mateer has been able to do, the running back really just finds holes and is really hard to bring down. We've seen him take just runs up the middle, and you just wonder how he pops out on the other side, and boom, there he is, and he's gone. So big running plays from both Owen Mateer and Spencer Brown, but really Owen Mateer has been the key as far as just being able to dominate the running games and stay in those lanes to be able to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, he and Spencer Brown and even Isaac Repsher were fantastic last week with those runs up the middle. Again, they found the holes, refused to go down. On at least one occasion, one of them fooled me, actually. I thought one of them had been tackled, and nope, still on his feet. So that's going to be another factor. Combine that with an effective passing game, that's really hard to stop.
When you talk about last week, one of the big things that allowed Taylorville to win that game was their spectacular defense. Reed, talk a little bit about how good their defense was last week against a very strong Effingham team.
Well, one of the big flaws for Taylorville coming into that game last week had been, just making those plays, bringing their opponents down, and they were really effective at that last week. It was really hardly an issue trying to bring opponents down, especially in the running game. They defended well on the man marking, so it was really pretty effective all the way around, and that helped them out as well.
So really, really good play from Taylorville's defense as they were able to pick up a big win against Mattoon. When you look at this team and what they've been able to do, yes, 2-3, but a loss to start off the season against Richland County, and then a win against Canton, and a loss against Freeburg and Muhammad Seymour, and then a win against Effingham. And again, that Muhammad Seymour game, they were tied at halftime before Muhammad Seymour pulled away in the second half. They've got tonight against Mattoon. The next week they have homecoming here against Charleston, and then the third game at home against Mount Zion before finishing on the road at Civic Memorial. All right, we are going to get ready for our first break. You guys, if you're watching on Tommy TV, we want to give a special welcome to our guests on Tommy TV. They will stay to cover national anthem and our fight song, but we are going to take a quick break. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Hello, Tornado Nation. I'm Carter Nieders here on the THS turf, ready for an exciting game ahead of us. Yesterday afternoon at football practice, I got to interview Coach Mateer at football practice. He has thoughts on this upcoming game. Ready for Coach Mateer's interview. Hello, everyone. I'm Carter Nieders, and I'm here with Tommy TV. And today, I'm here with Coach Mateer. Coach Mateer, how do you feel that these next couple conference games are going to play in terms of our playoff potential?
They're huge. Right now, it's just kind of single-track mindset right now. Tomorrow night, so trying to stay focused on that, not trying to look too far ahead.
Given that Mattoon doesn't really have much playoff potential with their record, how do you feel that can affect their strategy, and how would you adapt to that?
I think honestly, it makes them a very dangerous opponent because they don't have a lot to lose, and last year they threw a lot of crazy wrinkles at us that we hadn't seen before on tape. We've got to make sure we're prepared.
Have you guys been working on anything specific in practice to prepare yourself for that?
Anything out of the norm, not really, just kind of keeping it our normal process because, it's journey over results here, and that's kind of our full kamikaze mindset, truth be told.
How's the morale among the team specifically? Because, like you said, you might have dug yourself a little bit of a hole at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, our confidence is always high. I mean, we don't look at games as so much transactional mindset, but more transformational. The morale's been excellent.
That was Coach Mateer's take on the game against Mattoon. Stay tuned for the game on Tommy TV.
go. Just moments away from this this game as the Taylorville Tornadoes come walking down and they get ready to go. And for Taylorville taking on the Mattoon Greenwave, when you look at Mattoon and what they have done this year, and you look at the start that Taylorville had, Mattoon has had a rough start to their season as well. They picked up a loss 20-0 to MacArthur. They beat a winless Rantoul team 42-0 before losses to Salem, Mount Zion, and Charleston. And here come your Taylorville Tornadoes. Let's hear them. Well, there is nothing like high school football, and we are so excited to be here this evening on what is a gorgeous night for football. And if you're here and you're watching the national anthem, I tell you what, the flag did not move an inch. There is no wind whatsoever tonight.
Yeah, it's a still night. There actually were some showers earlier, but looks like it's going to be clear. We'll hope that that's the case. But yeah, very still night. So we'll see how that affects things.
We absolutely will. And for Taylor, again, for Mount Zion, for Mattoon, that loss to Salem 23-13, a 48-0 drubbing to Mount Zion, and a 37-35 loss to Charleston. I want to thank our sponsors who allow us to be here, TCCU, along with Senior Citizens of Christian County, Skewers Coffee, McDonald's I'm Loving It, for the official sponsor of our coin toss. Reed, did you see how the coin toss went?
I saw how the coin toss went. Mattoon won the toss. They elected to defer, so that means Taylorville will receive, and they'll be attacking from left to right.
Thank you very much, Reed. And again, our coin toss brought to you by McDonald's I'm Loving It, where they love the Tornadoes, and we love McDonald's because, of course, we do. And don't forget to join us for our Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game, which we will announce at the end of tonight's broadcast as the Taylorville Tornadoes. We'll see who's going to be our Player of the Game. And I feel like, Reed, we've almost had somebody different for every game that we've done this year.
Yeah, no repeats so far. Who's going to step up this evening? And I feel like it's going to be someone else, but we'll see.
So we'll have all of that for you as this game progresses. And Skewers Coffee will donate $10 for every touchdown that the Taylorville Tornadoes have on the season. And so far, our touchdowns is 21. Thank you, Reed, for that. So 21 times 10. I'm not really good at math, but even I know that's $210.
That's right.
Yes, I'm winning. Reed, I did it. I did it all by myself.
Yeah, well done.
Let's take a look at our keys of the game for our Taylorville Tornado football team and what they need to do in order to pick up a win this evening. Number one, keep the penalties down. For this Taylorville team, it's been an issue in the past. They really capitalized, Reed, last week on some Effingham penalties. Number two, score on the first drive. Listen, if they can take an early lead, get this crowd behind them, they're going to go a long way. Plus, they get the ball first. That's going to be fantastic. And as I talked about a little bit in the pregame, feed the running back. So important to make sure that they get a good running game started off right away at the beginning. If they can get a good running game started at the beginning, they should be able to dominate and pick up a win here tonight. Reed, any final thoughts before we have our kickoff?
And again, they got to play a full 48 minutes. I know it's a lot to think about. It's a lot of grit that you need, but the game's 48 minutes long, and Mattoon's not going to take their foot off the gas, so neither should Taylorville as this game goes on. And we're just a few moments away from kickoff.
So with that being said, Malik Pierce and Spencer Brown back to receive for the Taylorville Tornadoes as we get ready for action here tonight. Again, Taylorville going left to right on your radio dial. Malik Pierce on the far side, Spencer Brown on the near side. And kicking for Mattoon will be the junior kicker, number 91, Carter Ballinger. No, it will not. It'll be number 35.
Fletcher Gregory.
Well, I was close. Here's the kick. Squib kick goes right between the legs of Spencer Brown through the 5-hole and into the end zone. I don't think Spencer touched it, so it will be a touchback. And Taylorville will start at the 20, and that's how our game will start tonight.
Heart and mouth start there. I thought it actually did take a touch, but the official there in the end zone saw it did not, so Taylorville escapes, and they get the touchback to start this game.
So that's how the Taylorville Tornadoes will start. And again, a good opening drive a good opening drive for Taylorville against Effingham last week, Reed.
Yeah, it was a good start, exactly what Taylorville needed, and it's the same thing here, especially when you've got the home crowd behind your back.
All right, so here we go. Under center is our quarterback, Isaac Repsher. Behind them is Owen Mateer. I'm losing my mind here. Owen Mateer as he gets ready to go. Quick handoff to Owen to get that running game established, and he gets it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. Just underway, nothing score here in Taylorville. 11:51 left here in this first quarter. Blake Laddish on the far side, Malik Pierce on the near side. Two running backs behind. Actually, everyone's behind Repsher. Now they readjust. Repsher, hands off again. Tries to run up the middle, still on his feet, then pulled down slowly, still going, and now a pushback, give him forward progress to about the 28-yard line on the carry from Owen Mateer.
Well, there's some grit from the off, like what we were talking about. Mattoon playing a shallow defense, and that's helping them keep the yardage gains to a minimum.
Maddox Severo, Wyatt Yonker coming onto the field now for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Nothing score here with 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Laddish on the far side. Yonker on the near side. Malik Pierce over there as well. Now a jumbo open set, 5 wide receivers. Repsher in the shotgun, looking to throw, and now flags come in, and it was a throw that went over to Max Severo, but the play was blown dead, and I believe this will be a false start on the Taylorville offense. So we'll see what we get from our officiating crew here this evening for our first penalty. And it is false start on Taylorville, so they will back up 5 yards and do it over again. And we talked a little bit before the game started just how important it was to keep the penalties down. 1-0 Taylorville as far as penalties go.
Yeah, and that's not a 1-0 you want to have.
So Tornadoes will go again here now. Again, third and 8 now instead of a 3rd and 3. Same adjustment as Mateer back with Repsher. Repsher looking to throw. Heaves it deep. One-on-one matchup, and it's going to be too far, intended for Owen Yonker. In hot pursuit on his butt was Daiwan Hester. It's going to be 4th and 8 for Taylorville.
I like the thinking there, the throw just a little bit too far for Wyatt Yonker to grab.
So Tornadoes will get ready to punt as Blake Laddish goes back. Now we've seen Taylorville fake these before, but this far, this deep into their own territory, I can't imagine that this will be anything but a punt for the Tornadoes. Mattoon set up at about the 49-yard line. The punt is up. It's a very, very short punt spiraling down to about the 49-yard line. That's where it'll be ruled out. Right at the 50. Right at the 50 is where it'll be ruled out of bounds. So Mattoon will have decent field position to start their opening drive. Nothing score here. Taylorville going 3 and out. And so we'll get ready to go here for Taylorville, and we'll see what defense they have. And we'll see the first look at Mattoon's offense here this evening. And nothing score with 10:13 left in this first quarter. Again, Mattoon coming off a 37-35 loss to nearby Charleston. The two schools fairly close together, about 15 minutes away. About the equivalent of what Taylorville is to Pana. We'll get our first look at the Mattoon Greenwave as quarterbacking is Braden Hackett. Hackett, quick throw on the near side. Caught by Connor Ranke, the senior wide receiver, 6'2", 165 pounds. And they put 6'2.5". I feel like if you're over 5'3", you're not allowed to put in a half.
I would agree with that. It is also a little bit difficult to read because you've got two different delimiters in there. But good pitch and catch that time involving Hackett and Reinke.
So Braden Hackett, the sophomore quarterback, comes in at 6 foot, 175 pounds. Looking to throw again, this time to the right, and it's caught at the right hash mark by Shaden Neff, who's listed as a quarterback here, but was used in the wide receiver role or a tight end role on the far side, and it's the first down for the Green Wave.
And Leroy, you and I actually weren't sure who was going to line up under center in this game. Could have been Neff, could have been Hackett. So actually rather shocked to see Neff in the wide receiver position. We'll see how that evolves. Maybe could lead to some trickery in this game as it progresses.
And that's what I was thinking, Reed. When you look at this Taylorville team, they're going to have to plan for multiple quarterbacks, and that's an issue that they ran into with Freeburg. Freeburg had so many different choices. Another quick throw, third throw in a row, and Shaden Neff gets absolutely obliterated. In on the stop was Maddox Rivera, along with Lane Riva. Lane Riva, of course, had that huge interception back for Taylorville in that win that the Tornadoes had against Canton. And they won 41-27. Lane Riva, big name for this Taylorville defense. So again, Braden Hackett ready to go here. Lines up in the shotgun. Hands off for the first time today, and it's a run enough for a first down. Still pushing the pile forward and all the way down to the 26-yard line on the carry. As carrying that one was Braden Daly, the senior running back, 5'8", 175 pounds.
Yeah, we talked before as well. They could use a number of different running backs as well, so you could have players really moving around quite a bit in those key offensive positions. That's a lot to prepare for.
Taylorville being pushed back here on this drive so far. The Mattoon Greenwave started at the 50-yard line. They've gotten down to the 26. As they get ready to go here, Braden Hackett in the shotgun. Braden Daly right behind him. Looking to throw again. Throws in the end zone. 2-on-1 matchup. Nearly picked. And unable to bring that one down. Maddox Rivera nearly having the interception on that one.
And Shaden Neff was the intended target there, as I'm not surprised considering how good he's been in these first few plays actually on the right side, especially when it's the wide side for Mattoon. So maybe they'll go towards him again.
6 passing plays and 1 running play for this Mattoon team, who's really gone to the air, and Taylorville adjusting accordingly. Only 3 guys on the line. They do have a spy, and that is Gabe Michaud, who's good to see Gabe in the game here tonight. Battle a few injuries, fakes a handoff, now runs over the right-hand side. Taylorville gets to the backfield. Big takedown! Putting him down is Maddox Owens.
Well, here's another look on Tommy TV. If you're watching over there, he just fakes the pitch. And I don't know if Daly was supposed to pick up a block or if he was supposed to sort of fake as a wide receiver. I don't imagine it would have been the latter, considering when the quarterback there did tuck, make it look like he was going to run. That's what made the difference. Allow the tackle for a loss.
So Maddox Owens takes out Braden Hackett, and now it's 3rd and 14. Mattoon needing to get down to the 17-yard line. They're at their own 30. Or 28. Looking to throw. Again, now rolls out to the near side, being chased and pursued. Left side, caught, and then pulled down. Enough for a first down. Reception made on the near side by caught by Cooper Spencer. I apologize. I looked at the number wrong and thought it was number 9. I said I didn't have a number 9 on my roster, but it was number 19, Cooper Spencer, the senior, catching it on the near side.
Yeah, I didn't have a great view either at first of who caught that, but still a big play. A throw made close to the line of scrimmage.
Maddox Rivera with the takedown. It's now 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. 7-19 and a 0-0 score. Mattoon threatening in the red zone. Push up the middle, nowhere to go for Braden Daly as Taylorville all up in there to bring him down. Multiple Taylorville Tornadoes in on the stop, including Landon Bowser.
And we were talking earlier about some of the trickery maybe Mattoon could use with the personnel decisions. It's a lot like what Taylorville faced against Freeburg with that Wildcat, and it really did the Tornadoes in.
Speaking of Landon Bowser, if you are friends with Tanya Bowser, I strongly encourage you to blow up her phone. Do that now. Thank you. Just message her and say, I heard your name on the radio again. She'll love it. It'll be great. Near side hash mark, 2nd and 7. Rolling out to his right-hand side, has some room. Now pushing over to the right, going to be pushing forward. Puts his head down, barrels forward, and the penalty comes in. Wow, what a big hit near the end zone. Taylorville coming in, trying to figure out who had the big stop on that one. Lowered his head and came forward, and both of them just come crunching in. Flags came in late. Not sure who was in on that stop. Personal foul on the defense. And that will be half the distance to the goal. Huge penalty on Taylorville. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1 after the head-to-head contact. And I appreciate the sentiment on the stop, but pushing forward on the run and in for a score. Braden Hackett just keeping it himself, and it's 7-0 6-0 Mattoon.
And Mattoon just trusting those runs up the middle. If at first you don't succeed, then they go at it again. And this time it results in the touchdown.
So they'll go for the extra point here, and now we get to see Carter Ballinger kick the XP. 50 yards on that drive. And it's blocked.
Yeah, that was a very low kick. Poor connection on that kick.
I wouldn't even say it was blocked. It just went straight into the back of the offensive line. Ballinger could not get anything on there, so big XP and the 1-yard run is the difference here so far for Braden Hackett, who's able to score and give Mattoon a 6-0 lead. You're watching on Tommy TV and listening to us on WTIM, your information station. Back in just a moment. Mattoon passes down the field 50 yards. A big personal foul on Taylorville would get them down to the 1 where they would just punch it in on the quarterback keeper. Now Taylorville off to the races on the near side. Blake Laddish on his feet. Gets past one defender. Now barrels the other one down to the 48-yard line. And Taylorville will start off with good field position on their second possession.
Yeah, those of you listening on the radio would not have seen how shallow Laddish was and having to come around and grab that. Taylorville's been a bit unsteady with the kickoff returns, although this one was rather unusual. I think ultimately handled as well as it could have been, and it puts the Tornadoes in good field position.
He barreled over Jaden Tipton, which is not easy. Tipton 6 foot, 165 pounds, and Tipton hung on, but really Blake Laddish getting the edge on that one. Taylorville will start off right in front of us at the 47-yard line, and that is where they will get to work here on this drive. Tornadoes trying to make something happen here. One wide receiver on each side. Now running on the near side, finding some room. Spencer Brown still on his feet down to the 40, 38, and then pulled down and then pushed back with forward progress. Will get him down to about the 39-yard line on a great run from Spencer Brown.
Brown refusing to go down. And last week it was just in the second half where he really came out there and came alive. This time he's getting his yardage here in the first half and looking really good.
Camden Tinsman for Mattoon on the stop. 2 wide receivers up on the top, one on the near side. Yonker on the near side. Now Yonker in motion. Fakes a handoff, keeps it himself. Repsher forward. Gets a gain of about 7 yards, still on his feet near the first down marker. And again, the pile and the scrum pushing back. Finally, everyone collapses like a bowling ball or bowling pins. And when the dust settles, Taylorville close to a first down again. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 20 or from the 33. Actually, going to be 2nd and 4 from the 33. Taylorville working quick. Motion for Taylorville as Patrick Hurton, the tight end, moves over to the left-hand side. 3 up top. Repshire completely telegraphing his pass. Yonker with the catch, gets thrown out of bounds, but enough for a first down on the reception from Owen Yonker. And Taylorville in business now near the red zone.
Yeah, both teams passing well right along the flanks. Here's another look on Tommy TV. Has time, but goes quickly nonetheless. And then, yeah, just a great catch right on the edge.
So the Tornadoes get ready to go here on a 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Repshire gets the ball, fakes the handoff to Malik Pierce, takes it himself instead, barrels forward for a gain of about 6 on the play. Mateer coming out for Spencer Brown. 6-0 lead for Mattoon here with 4:20 left in this first quarter.
We're seeing a little bit of everyone involved in this running game. It's working out well for Taylorville.
Ball on the near side for the Tornadoes. Near hash. Now Taylorville flipping the play. Now penalty will come in as whistles are blown. I believe this will be illegal motion on the Tornadoes. We'll see what the call is.
Dead ball, neutral zone infraction on the deep.
Oh, neutral zone infraction on the defense. So a 5-yard penalty, and Taylorville will move forward.
Should be a first down, I think.
Yeah. And Taylorville moves into the red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 13.
I hadn't initially spotted where that neutral zone infraction would have come from, but if you're Taylorville, you take it.
Darn right. Taylorville near hash mark.
Was lined up in the neutral zone.
Now a
5-yard
correction,
penalty.
Taylorville will back
Be
up.
second down.
Blake Laddish lined up in the neutral zone. So they're saying Blake Laddish for Taylorville lined up in the neutral zone. And so it goes from 5 yards forward to 5 yards back. And not thrilled with that, guys. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from, I believe, the 22, 23. Repshire looking to throw. Throw on one-on-one. Malik Pierce, yes! There it is. Malik Pierce, touchdown, Taylorville. So Pierce on a 23-yard reception. And we're all tied up at 6. Well, Isaac Repshire didn't really need any trickery there. He telegraphed his whole throw, but he had a nice one-on-one matchup with Malik Pierce there on the near side on the end zone. Malik Pierce just beating his defender, and easy pitch and catch, about the easiest catch Malik Pierce will have this year as the extra point goes up, and it's good, and Taylorville leads 7-6. So Taylorville takes the first lead, 3:37 here in the first quarter. 53 yards on that drive for Taylorville. And Taylorville Tornadoes up 7-6. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Pierce. What a reception from the senior.
And it was a perfect pitch and catch. I'm sure the Mattoon defense will be kicking themselves. They would have known that Pierce is the one to cover and just left all alone in the corner of the end zone. Had a good few yards in either direction of space available. That's exactly what Pierce wants.
So Taylorville will kick off here for the first time tonight. Booming kick. My goodness, one of the best ones I've seen from Taylorville into the end zone. Wow, that's the first time we've seen a kick in the end zone from Taylorville. Great job from the Tornadoes on that one.
Yeah, and it's good field position as far as Taylorville is concerned, considering how much in high school teams are typically able to return the ball and where they're able to set themselves up. So Mattoon's got a ways to go. They started the previous drive from the 50-yard line and scored an unconverted touchdown. Now they've got to go 80 yards.
So Taylorville defense back on the field after Mattoon raced for 50 yards, mostly through the air, as they took an early 6-0 lead, which Taylorville promptly answered right back, courtesy of a 23-yard touchdown pass to Malik Pierce. So the Mattoon Greenwave will start at their own 20. Sophomore quarterback, Braden Hackett. Hackett hands off to Daly. Right side, swallowed up by the defense. Nowhere to go, back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play.
I think Mattoon will continue to trust that sort of play call. Worked for them in the first drive, and they can continue that here as they try to take the lead back.
So, 2nd and 9 from the 21. So they did get a yard on that. And back to work is Braden Hackett. Hackett looking to throw again. Rolls out to his left-hand side. Throws it up in the air on a 1-on-1. And out of bounds into the Mattoon bench. Pass was not close as he heard the footsteps behind him. And Hackett just throws it away to stay alive. He'll get some instruction from his sideline from head coach Jared Kimbrough.
That was a quick rollout there from the quarterback. So not sure if that was part of the play design or what happened there.
So, sorry, my voice absolutely cracked there. 3rd and 9 for Taylorville here. Another quick screen play on the near side. Trying to get through, but no room there as Taylorville shuts it down. Caught by Cooper Spencer. Lane Riva on the stop, so 19 brings down 19.
Another look at the pass. They had the one-on-one coverage there for after the catch with Landon Patterson there to cover.
And I take that back. It was actually Maddox Owens who brought him down. Riva was right there, but missed the tackle as he was held up. So it'll be a 4th and 6, and Mattoon will get into the punt formation here. Taylorville timed that beautifully. High snap, and that one nearly got blocked. It gets picked up by Malik Pierce, who's going to stagger step and now take off running. Down to the 50-yard line, 45, and down to the 41 before getting tapped out of bounds. And I literally mean tapped. He waited, and then as soon as he was touched, he stepped out of bounds. So Taylorville will start off at Mattoon's 40-yard line with really good field position for this Taylorville team.
Good field position, and they'll see this as a good opportunity to grow their 1-point lead late in the first quarter.
7-6 lead for Taylorville with 2:04 left here in the first, courtesy of a 23-yard pass to Malik Pierce. And we'll see what Taylorville wants to do here as they start this drive from the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41. Isaac Repsher with trips left. Repsher barking instructions, then gets back into the shotgun. Four men on the line for Mattoon's defense, showing blitz. Got to go. It is a blitz. Racing out to the left-hand side, beating one defender and then just throwing it away as Repsher was being chased and heard the footsteps. Mattoon showed blitz and then sent everybody in, and Taylorville was just not ready for it.
And Mitchell Clapp for Mattoon, the junior, was the one who made a little jump right before the snap was taken. Not sure if Repsher would have seen it. Obviously, easier for us to witness from a side angle, but that certainly gave it away for Mattoon.
So, 2nd and 10 with 1:58 left here in the first quarter. Repsher in the shotgun. Tight end moves. 2 up top, 1 on the bottom. Repsher looking to throw. Quick throw left-hand side. Can't hold on. Malik Pierce had it wide open, had one man to beat as it was him against Camden Tinsman, and he just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Possibly for the better, because could have been tackled for a loss there, but at the same time, that's a catch you do expect to make.
All right, so 1:53 left, 7-6 lead for Taylorville. Both teams utilizing short field position to get their respective touchdowns. Repsher to throw near the middle of the end. And now it is caught by Malik Pierce. Left side, one man to beat down to the 15, to the 10, racing towards the end zone. Dives forward. Is it in? It is in, but a late flag comes in for the celebration afterwards. There it is. Malik Pierce gets absolutely torched by Shaden Neff. Breaks off the one defender, jukes a man over the left-hand side, races down all the way to the end zone, dives forward. He does get the touchdown as he dove forward, but will get a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct on the celebration. Head coach Jeb Odom not happy at all with the penalty that came from it.
We got unsportsmanlike conduct, number 88 on the scoring team, spiking the football. We'll assess the 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
It's been an issue with Malik, his time in basketball and his time in football. Is he does just get a little bit too excited there when he gets something going, and got a little bit too excited on that one, and he'll get a penalty. Taylorville will get a 15-yard penalty that'll be enforced on the kickoff. Taylorville will kick here. The extra point, it's a fake. Now rolls over to the left-hand side. Repsher still on his feet, and he's in. Isaac Repsher with a fake, and Taylorville gets the 2-point conversion. I'm not sure, Reed, if that was designed that way or if that's just what happened, or if it was a bad snap. But Repsher made the most out of it and pushed it in for a score.
Yeah, did a little Tony Romo there, except that this time it actually worked out. Let's see. So you see on Tommy TV, he never actually put the ball down. So I don't think there was anything wrong. Well, there would not have been anything wrong with the spot there. There was no spot. So I'm actually willing to bet that was designed, and doing so puts Taylorville up 2 scores now with 1:41 left.
All right, we're going to stay right here, actually, as we're already past that point. So Taylorville will go here. 2 touchdowns from Malik Pierce. That second one was probably even more beautiful than the first one for the Tornadoes, as they will get ready to kick here. And again, a 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. 1:41 left here in the first quarter, as the Tornadoes will back up just a little bit. As they get ready to go here, all the way back down to the 25-yard line. They get ready to go. Ben Peabody to kick for the Tornadoes. From his own 25, Peabody, who booted it into the end zone last time, will not be able to this time, but we'll see what he does here with this kickoff. Peabody sets the kick. Another booming kick from the young man. Over to the right side, down to the 20, 25-30, breaks one man, then gets absolutely tripped up around the 40-yard line, and that's where Mattoon will start their drive.
Great field position. They take advantage of the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And remember, 2 of those penalties in a game towards a player sees them disqualified. That's actually almost what I'm more worried about, as it's so early in this game, not quite done with the first quarter, and you've got one of your best players, one of your key players on offense, already in soccer terms on a yellow card.
So Malik Pierce puts Taylorville up 15-6. Pierce 15, Mattoon 6. I'm kidding.
Exactly.
But he's been an absolute dominant force so far. We were talking about him before the game, about how he'd had a couple games where he wasn't really a big factor. There's a throw over the right-hand side caught. It'll be a gain of about 6. But Malik wasn't really a big factor the last 2 weeks. And we wondered, Reed, if this week we'd start seeing his name a little bit more, just because of the way that Mattoon plays. It almost helps Taylorville in those kind of throwing situations with men to beat.
And it would catch them by surprise, too.
So Mattoon starts at their own 46 on a 2nd and 4. Hands off, right side, still up on his feet. Enough for a first down, as it is good on a run from Braden Daly.
Those runs up the middle working again for Mattoon. I don't think they'll change that too much, at least not for these next few plays.
And Mattoon, who had been utilizing a big passing game in that very first drive, have slowly started to shift forward to a little bit more of an even run/throw. And we'll see if they start utilizing the running game just a little bit more. Quick screenplay on the near side to Shaden Neff. Shaden Neff, 7 tornadoes, and just gets absolutely pulled down. And finally, a last little bit from Gabe Mashad, and Mashad just came and went, you know what, y'all are going down, and threw them all as there was about 6 guys in the pile right there.
that included a bit of friendly fire, but Mattoon trying to mix it up on some of these plays, liking the screen play decisions. Let's see if they go back to it as we tick down near the end of the first quarter.
All right, so 2nd and 10 from the 48 of Taylorville. Mattoon in Taylorville territory, and now a flag comes in again.
Dead ball, false start.
And
Number
Mattoon has a
22
false
on the
start,
offense.
so 2
5-yard
steps forward,
penalty,
3 steps back for the
remains
Green
second
Wave, who will back up. So now they're back into Mattoon territory. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 47, and this will wrap things up for the first quarter. But Malik Pierce, 2 huge touchdown receptions, and we reach the end of the first quarter. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and watching us on Tommy TV. Taylorville 15, Mattoon 6. Be right back. How far was that, Malik? Second one. 41. Coffee, we'll donate $10 to every touchdown that's made. And, of course, McDonald's, I'm loving it. Don't forget to join us for our Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Malik Pierce leading that right now. We'll see if he actually holds on to another Player of the Game this week, as he has been dominant. But still early, only the second quarter, so plenty of time for stuff to change. What will happen? We will find out. Second start of the second quarter. Taylorville now going right to left on your radio dial. Mattoon lining up at their own 48 after a offside or a false start penalty. It'll be 2nd and 15 from their own 47. Back to throw. Hackett. Left side. No, incomplete. Pass just falls, went right through his hands. And it'll be 3rd and 15.
Yeah, that's one that Connor Reinke wants back. He had to turn to make that catch, but had his feet planted. So not having to worry about keeping your stability should make that catch a little bit easier to make.
Reinke was in the right place, kind of moved forward on what was just a little slant route, pulled forward and just could not hold on to the ball. It was thrown a little bit high. And it just feels like Mattoon's just a little bit out of step. They look a little excited here in the second quarter. Bad snap. Can't find the ball. Everyone falling down on it.
Taylorville says they have it.
So is Mattoon.
As is typically the case.
And holding on to it is Braden Hackett, but just barely. So Hackett will hold on to it, but it was a really bad snap. And I'll bring up a 4th and 21. So Mattoon will not even get a chance to try on that one, as they have to get the ball all the way down to Taylorville's 38-yard line. So they're going to punt here, and who else but Malik Pierce back to receive. High snap again. Here's the punt. Almost blocked again. That's going to get hit one. I'm telling you, there's going to be a blocked punt before the end of this game. Taylorville's come close a couple times. Malik lets that one go, goes down to the 16, and that's where Taylorville will start their drive from their own 16-yard line.
Going back to that fumble earlier, was one of those cases where two players, one from each team, clearly going at it. It's just a matter of which one gets their arms around the ball. So Braden Hackett, I believe, was the one for Mattoon who got to it. So a close call, and now Taylorville starts at their own 21-yard line instead of the opponent's 40.
15-6 in favor of Taylorville. 11:05 left here in the second quarter. Tornadoes trying to make something happen here as they start from their own 16-yard line. Isaac Repsher in the shotgun. Hands off to the near side. Mateer runs into a pile and gets pulled out of bounds. No, I'm sorry. It was not Mateer. It was Dawson Jenkins. Jenkins, the ball carrier. I'm sorry, Dawson. I owe you a piece of candy. Second and 11. As Taylorville gets back to the 15-yard line. I look for them to throw here. We'll see what they do. Repsher. Dawson Jenkins flanking him. Barking instructions, now hikes the ball. Takes it himself. It was a low snap, and it was a design quarterback keeper, and Mattoon sniffed that one out a mile away. So after Mattoon can't do anything on their drive, now Taylorville struggling to get anything going as Cam Harrison in the backfield, defensive end, making life miserable for Isaac Repsher on that quarterback keeper.
Yeah, smart read there from Mattoon. I think they expected the fake on the same design, doing it from the shotgun as a whistle goes. Not sure what that was for.
There was still some substitutes that were coming in. I don't know if he was just blowing the whistle to get everyone to stop for a second or what. But regardless, it's 3rd and 11 from the 15. Repsher sets. Now changes the play up. Blake Laddish on the near side. Here we go. Repsher looking towards Laddish. The throw, caught. Forward progress is going to get him close to that first down. It's going to be enough. Really close, and it's going to be enough. Laddish is going to get the first down, I think. So, first down for Taylorville, and 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Great job from Blake Laddish, who just did a post route, came back and easily made the catch. 2 wide receivers on the near side. Now Malik Pierce in motion, gets the handoff. Pierce around the corner on the sweep. Tries to gets a good block on the right side. Now cuts back. Still on his feet, moves forward, and then gets pulled down around the 33-yard line on the far side. Great run again from Malik Pierce. The senior wide receiver gets the sweep and moves out towards the right-hand side.
That's not the first time we've seen that agility from Malik Pierce in this game. It's been so important. That was actually part of the second of his touchdown catches earlier in this game.
He just can move the ball so well. He's got really good feet work. Malik is just a beast when he gets that ball. You never know what he's going to do. Repsher in the shotgun. Hands off to the right-hand side. Finds a hole down to the 45 and gets tripped up at the 50-yard line on a great run from Owen Mateer. Mateer found some light, cut through the middle, tried to find some open space, and absolute foot race as he barreled over a few defenders. Finally able to get him down was Tristan Porter, who just sat down and pulled him down on top of him. And now more whistles come in. Uniform violation as Pierce will have to come out for a play.
That was a point of emphasis by the NFHS coming into the season, making sure players are properly equipped. So
Jamison Tapscott in for Malik will have to, for lack of a better word, sit for a play. Mattoon changing up their defense. Repsher, hands off. Mateer nowhere to go, gets about 3 yards on the run up the middle.
Number 3, Owen Mateer, the ball carrier, stopped by number 84, Harlow Watkins.
Watkins on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 47, 8:23 left here in this second quarter for the 15-6 lead for Taylorville. Tornadoes using 2 touchdowns from Pierce. That gives them the advantage. Pierce back in the game. Another sweep. Right-hand side. And gets pulled down in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Mattoon sniffing that one out. A mile away. In on the stop was Elliott Burrell, the 6'1", 260-pound senior.
But did not help Taylorville. A couple players in the way of each other as they tried to do that double sweep. So it did not work.
It was just botched really, really bad. Taylorville couldn't do much with it. Repsher. And now changing up the play again. Split set, 2 on each side. Mateer next to him. Repsher looking to throw. Throws on the near side. One man, Blake Laddish can't catch it. Laddish had his man beat by about 20 feet. Would have been an easy touchdown as he had gotten plenty of space between himself and Cooper Spencer. The ball was about 1.5 feet in front of him, and he couldn't bring it in.
And everything else about that play was perfect, just thrown a little bit too far. It's happened a couple times from Repsher in this game, but otherwise he has had some solid decision-making in this game, something that is carried over from some of the recent weeks.
All right, so be 4th and 15. Taylor will have to get this one away. Laddish to punt. And he looks to throw. It's a fake. Throws on the near side. Down to the 45 and close to the first down marker. He's got enough for a first down. Owen Mateer gets the first on a great fake from Taylorville.
You called it, Leroy. They were going to fake it at some point, and that's what you got. Let's take another look on Tommy TV.
I did it. I did it.
You did it. You did it. Yeah, just rolled out to the right side. There's your first sign of the fake. He kept the ball up, so not looking like he was going to punt. Then how about all that space on the wide side?
And kudos to Mateer because he knew where that first down marker was and just tried to get to that point, and he was able to do that there. 1st and 10 from the 39, Taylorville in business, up 15-6. Fake handoff to Malik Pierce. Repsher takes himself to the 30, to the 25, then pulled down. Enough for another Taylorville first down. Runs on the left-hand side on the hash mark and just takes off, finds some space. And another first down for Taylorville.
2 straight first downs for Taylorville here, as haven't seen too many quarterback keepers.
1st and 10 from the 25, 6:33 left here in the second quarter. Repsher, another throw to the left-hand side to Bladage. Caught. And close. He's going to be down at the 2-yard line. Great catch from Blake Ladage. Taylorville will have 1st and goal from the 2.
Yeah, Ladage involved in getting the hard catches, and then this is the easy one, but catching it in coverage gets just the 1 foot in bounds. You only need 1 foot in bounds in high school football for the catch to count.
And Laddish was just absolutely swamped by that Mattoon defender.
It's it.
And what a great catch by Blake. Hard to do when you're being just absolutely hugged by your defender, but he's able to bring it in and pull that one down. Taylorville on the 2-yard, the quarterback keeper.
That's it.
No signal from the official yet, and there it is. Touchdown, Taylorville. So the quarterback keeper puts the one in, and the Tornadoes lead this one 21-6.
Yeah, simple quarterback run up the middle. That proved successful in one of the earlier plays right before that impressive sideline catch. And it's a touchdown for Taylorville.
So 2-yard run for Repsher as they get ready to kick here. Kick is up. And boy, Taylorville's kicking has gotten so much better throughout the season. It is now 22-6. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Taylorville leads 22-6, 6:15 left here in the first half. despite a few penalties, have really controlled the pace here.
They've controlled the pace, not too many penalties, and they've been able to make it up on some occasions. And they've gotten big plays on offense, too, on the ground and in the air, executing when they need to.
Blake Lattish and Malik Pierce, a big part of the touchdowns for the Tornadoes. Back for Mattoon, Shaden Neff and Tristan Porter. Kick is again into the end zone. Ben Peabody killing it.
Peabody's kick goes into the end zone
My
for a
goodness, Ben.
Mattoon will take over first.
Good kick there. Did almost find touch. I was a bit worried that was going to take an unfavorable bounce, but does go out for a touchback, and it's to the 20-yard line. So good as far as Taylorville's concerned, as Mattoon's got a deficit to make up.
A reminder, for every touchdown that we score, Taylorville Scooters will donate $10 towards Taylorville's Tornado Sports Boosters. The Tornadoes lead this one 22-6, 6:15 left here in the second quarter. So I want to thank McDonald's, I'm Loving It, sponsor of the coin toss, TCCU, and of course, Senior Citizens of Christian County. And we also want to thank Nicole Patrick, who will bring us our player of the game at the very end of tonight's broadcast. Mattoon will go back to work, down by a pair. Throws over the left-hand side, and a big monster hit on the far side. Can't hold on to the ball. Holy cow, what a hit.
Passing complete, big hit to bring
Yeah,
it
Taylorville's
up.
delivered some big hits in this game. This one wasn't anywhere near the player's head as he was coming down after making the catch, except he did not officially make the catch. It was dropped on the way down and incomplete.
Yeah, Max Havera in on that big hit. So it'll be 2nd and 10. From the 20. So the Greenwave will get ready to go here on 2nd and 10 from the 20. Hands off, left-hand side. Daly, no room, pushing the line forward, and then gets pulled down on the run.
Number 1, Braden Daly, the ball carrier, shot by the interior of the Tornado defense. Taken
5:51 left here in the second quarter. Coming up at the halftime, we'll give you some games from around the conference, break down how we got to this point for Taylorville, and we'll look ahead at the rest of the Tornadoes' schedule moving forward through the rest of the season. We'll also hear from the band at halftime as well. So we got a great halftime show in store for you here later on. Looking to throw one-on-one matchup on the far side, trying to get it, and it's going to be too far for everyone, as chasing that one down was Taylorville's Landon Bowser and Maddox Owens. That falls incomplete. And they'll bring up a 4th and 8. And again, Mattoon cannot do anything, and they'll be forced to punt. Taylorville defense has been staunch. Pretty good defense from Taylorville tonight.
Yeah, it's been good. That time Maddox Owens came across to doubly mark the player. And they've been effective, made the tackles, especially in the second quarter when Mattoon's really not had a whole lot to give.
So Mattoon will punt again. Kick is up. Malik Pierce tracking it down, and he can't catch it. And now
Still
he lets
live.
it go, but he touched it. And coach is like, hey, go grab that one. Pierce, who had kind of let that one go but touched it, now has to take it himself. And now some flags come in. They blow it dead. He called for a fair catch, but I'm not sure that he kind of fell apart on that one and then just decided to take it himself. As he was told by his coaching staff that he fumbled it, and so he just took off running on it.
Yeah, it was a muff there. The officials are working this out now. We've seen issues like that in the punting game before in Taylorville games so far this season. So The officials, I think, sorting out the positioning.
Yeah, so Taylorville will start at the 34-yard line. At least that's where they've got the ball marked right now. And sure enough, that is where the Tornadoes will start. So Taylorville will get the benefit of that fair catch. They'll start with the ball at their own 34-yard line. That could have been an absolute disaster. Malik Pierce had already tracked all the way back to the 16 and then was trying to make something out of nothing. And after some conversation between the officials, we'll see if it stays at the 34-yard line, as now all of the referees are coming in to discuss this one. I think they were right, and what I mean by that is I'm pretty sure that it should have just played out, because I'm pretty sure that the fumble allowed it to be a live ball, and so we'll see what the officials say here on. And Taylor's going to back
The
up.
receiver gave a fair catch signal. The ball is dead when he picked it up at the 28-yard line.
So it will back up to the 28-yard line. Nope. It's wrong again. 33, I guess. I don't know what's going on. 33-yard line for Taylorville. That's where they'll start the drive. Not sure. No, 28. I can't count. 28-yard line.
Yep,
that's
28.
where it starts. My goodness, that's what I thought. I'm losing my mind. Throws out to the right-hand side. And amazing catch. Malik Pierce. A massive run on the. No, it's not Malik. I apologize. It's Owen Yonker. Owen Yonker on the touchdown. All the way from the 28-yard line. Wow, Owen Yonker on a great throw from Isaac Repsher on the far side. One man to beat, and Yonker takes off.
Talk about first strike football there. This is Taylorville, how they played, at least at the start of the game, against Freeburg. What was that, I think 3 weeks ago?
A 72-yard touchdown pass from Owen Yonker, and Taylorville leads this one 28-6. Here's the snap, high snap, kick is up. And through. I'm not sure how they got that one off, but they did. And Taylorville leads 29-6.
2 touchdowns for Taylorville inside a minute and 18 seconds of game time. And that's what you have on a big play like that. And that's resilience right there. You know, the punt return didn't go your way, so just respond with a nice big scoring play.
Owen Yonker, 72-yard touchdown pass, and your Taylorville Tornadoes lead Mattoon Greenwave 29-6. Well, that's one way to get the job done, isn't it, Reed?
That is one way to get the job done. Those big plays working really well for Taylorville. And it's not been just the big plays, right? Those runs up the middle, that's also working out, so makes it really difficult for Mattoon to know how to cover this team.
So Taylorville will get ready to kick here again. Ben Peabody, who's been absolutely just demolishing this football, will get ready to go here again. Tornadoes lead 29-6 with 4:57 left here in the second quarter. Here's the kick. Another booming kick on the near side. This one's going to be in play to the 15. Shaden Neff, nowhere to go, and gets pulled down right at the 20-yard line. It'll be forward progress all the way out to the 24, and that is where the Green Wave will start their drive. But they've had a few 3-and-outs as Taylorville defense has been very staunch on their stands. Mattoon only have had that opening drive for a touchdown. Other than that, they've only picked up 2 first downs since then. Man, Taylorville have been absolutely taking care of business here in this one.
Yeah, I think Mattoon needs some more creative play calling here. I think what worked for them in that first drive, Taylorville's figured out how to cover, so they got to do something else.
So the Green Wave come out again on the near hash mark. Hackett set, split set, 2 on each side. Daly right behind him. Hackett looking to throw. Caught. Left side and pulled down on a good reception made by Mattoon's Cooper Spencer. First down. And Mattoon will move the chains down to the 36.
Well, this is a good start for them. We've seen the screen pass from the Greenwave so far in this game. Now throwing it just a couple yards upfield. Taylorville, I don't think, saw it, at least not in terms of the pitch and catch. So that gets Mattoon a first down.
Still on the near hash mark. 1st and 10, 4:27 left here in the first half. Taylorville rushing 3. Hands off to Shaden Neff. Left side, spins, and pulled down. Looked like it might have been a fumble, but it is Mattoon ball at the 36-yard line. No, he held on to it the whole time. Shaden Neff, left side, tried to spin around. Taylorville's, oh, it did pop out. He knocked that one out, but he was able to land right on top of it. As knocking that one out was Maddox Owens. So it will be 2nd and 9 from the 37 as that he just kind of fell on that football. So now ball in the far hash mark. Hackett in the shotgun. Looking to throw, just shoves it over the left-hand side. Flea flicker, left corner. Intercepted. Taylorville down to the 45. Great interception on the flea flicker. Still on his feet till the first and 15. Now spins forward and it gets pulled down around the 11 on the interception from Taylorville's Maddox Rivera. A flea flicker to Maddox Rivera, and Taylorville will come away with great field position on the interception.
Well, when you're hit on the throw like that, very difficult to get the yardage that you need. So then that just left Rivera essentially right in front of it.
Pass was intended for Connor Rinke, and if it wasn't for a great job from,
there was a
10
flag
yards
there.
from the spot of the foul, first down.
So there was holding by Taylorville. So I think what we're being told is that Taylorville will keep possession of the ball, as that foul happened after the change of possession. But it really hurts them in terms of field possession.
So after all of that, and Reed is 110% correct, Taylorville will take over, but they'll start, instead of all the way down at the 12-yard line, they'll start at Mattoon's 42. And that is where Isaac Repsher will take over in the shotgun. Repsher sets, looking to throw. The left-hander launches and fires. Down to Blake Laddish, too far. The throw is on the near side. Laddish had one man to beat, but the throw is too strong, and it falls incomplete. Taylorville leads this one 29-6, 3:17 left here in the first half, as it's been all Taylorville here in this one. Tornadoes in cruise control as we approach halftime. 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Repsher. Motion from the tight end. Hands off to Spencer Brown. Right side down to the 38, and then gets pulled down from behind. And it'll be a gain of about 4 on the play, and I'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
Third down and 6 to go at the Mattoon 38-yard line.
All right. So on the 3rd and 6, again, we've seen some great plays here. Mattoon started off the scoring as Braden Hackett just did a quarterback keeper for a 1-yard touchdown. And that gave Mattoon a 6-0 lead. Since then, 29 unanswered points from Taylorville. They lead this one. And now timeout called by Taylorville, I believe. And yes, it is. So we'll have our first TCCU timeout.
Taylorville, their first timeout of the first half.
The show coming up as Taylorville leads this one 29-6. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, watching us on Tommy TV. Back in a moment. back to Taylorville Tornado football. Leroy Clamola alongside Reed Camai. Tornadoes lead by 24 here in this one. 23, because I can't count. Hey, I did 100 minus 28. I'm feeling pretty good today.
No, I was nodding because you eventually got it right.
I'll tell you what year the Civil War ended, but I can't tell you what 29 minus 6 is. Right up the middle on the left-hand side, still on his feet, going to be close to the first down marker. A little bit of extracurriculars, but the play is blown dead. It'll be just shy of the marker, and it'll be 4th and 2 from the 34-yard line. So now Taylor will have a tough task ahead here. Do you go for it, or do you try? You're too far out of field goal range, and Taylor's going to go for it here on a 4th and 2. Probably the right call. This is just no man's land, and no harm, no foul if you don't get it. Mattoon showing blitz. I don't know if Taylor was trying to get him to jump off sides. We'll see what they want to do here. 10 on the game clock. Repsher under center, and sometimes he'll just kind of fake and then quickly get under center. We'll see what he does here. And now timeout called as Taylor will try to figure out what they want to do here on this one. And a tough, interesting choice for Taylorville. They lead 29-6, but for Taylorville, they're kind of in no man's land, as I said, about what they want to do. It's 4th and 2 from the 34. Reed, what are you doing in this situation?
Well, it's definitely 4-down territory. Certainly go for it. This could be a time for a big play. Could be an opportunity you give it to the quarterback. He's been really effective, was last week, and it's been the same thing tonight as well. And if you're Jeb Odom, I wouldn't be too worried about the decision in this case. You're up 23 points, not only up 23 points, but a lot of things going your way in terms of how some of these offensive plays are going. And then on the defensive side, have been really effective, and Mattoon's not had too much of a response.
All right, so on a 4th and 2 from the 34, Taylorville needs to get to the 32. And they are going to at least attempt to go for it here. Pierce and Yonker on the far side, Laj on the near side. Owen Mateer will get the handoff, and that's absolutely obliterated in the backfield. So a good stop from the Green Wave. In on the stop was Mattoon's Cam Harrison, and Mattoon will take over on downs.
Yeah, it just seemed like the offensive line switched off a bit as the Mattoon defensive line was able to penetrate quickly and make the stop. It's a stop for a loss. All they needed to do was prevent a 2-yard gain.
29-6 in favor of Taylorville with 1:34 left here in the first half. And as I said a little bit earlier, we'll give you some games from around the Apollo Conference. We'll also tell you how we got here. Quite a bit of scoring for Taylorville, and then we will hear from our Taylorville marching band as well. Taylorville rushing 3, Mattoon going left to right on your radio dial. The Green Wave wearing green pants, white shirt, gold helmets. Throws over the left-hand side, one man to beat, and it is incomplete. Breaking that one up was Mags Havera, and Havera has been everywhere on defense here tonight.
Yeah, he's been great both shallow and then on that deep play as well. Looked like the wide receiver there, Connor Ranke, was trying to corral it to his body, but bringing your hands down like that, it's easy for it to just slip right off your body, and that's what happened, so it fell incomplete.
So again, Mattoon wearing green pants, white stripes, white shirts with green numbers and gold helmets. Looked like Colorado State out there. Taylorville wearing purple jerseys, gold numbers, white pants with purple stripes and purple helmets. Run up the middle, left-hand side. Hackett gets a gain of about 6 on the play. And they'll bring up a 3rd and 4 from about the 41-yard line.
Not sure who did it to whom, but there was at least one instance of a couple players tackling each other well away from the ball. Like they were actually trying to bring each other down. You got to keep your composure and check your ego at the door.
There was a NFL play where the Lions quarterback did such a good job of faking out the other team that they thought he had the ball, and he got absolutely sacked to the point where the defender celebrated the sack, and the quarterback didn't have the ball. Run up the middle, left-hand side. Taylor was right there, and Daly, no room, going to be short of the marker, and it'll bring up a 4th and 3 on the play. But yeah, he celebrated and everything and got the unsportsmanlike conduct on the celebration.
Well, but the way you described it, are you saying the play was still going because they thought
Yeah.
Okay, the play was still going. So you got the unsportsmanlike conduct, and you didn't even make the tackle. When was this?
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lions, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Okay, well, I wasn't paying attention.
So it'll bring up a 4th and 3 from the 43-yard line. And another timeout is called with 34 seconds left as Taylorville's going to try to get this ball back and see if they just can't add a few more points here coming into halftime.
And that was Taylorville's timeout. They're now out of timeout, so certainly that's going to be a bit difficult. I wonder if, depending on the field position, they might just take a knee and go into the dressing rooms with a scoreline as it is at 29-6.
So Taylorville leads by 3 scores. We'll get ready to go here as they try to block this punt. No, they're going to go for it. Excuse me, run to the middle. Everyone was kind of faked out. It'll be enough for a first down, and then some down to the 48-yard line. And the miscommunications on Taylorville's side as they just quickly ran off that one and picked up a first down.
I think that's the worst we've seen of Taylorville's defense in this game, at least since the touchdown.
Not sure what happened there. It was like Taylorville was ready for a punt, and Mattoon didn't show
Time
punt
out.
and just immediately just took
Mattoon.
off running for it.
First time out of the first half.
So on the timeout, Taylorville will, or Mattoon taking a timeout, as Mattoon's going to try to add some points here with 29 seconds left. Coach Kimbrough trying to rally his troops. Mattoon scored first. They got a touchdown. The extra point went right into the back of the Mattoon center. Then Taylorville with 29 unanswered points. 2 touchdowns from Malik Pierce, 1 from Isaac Repsher, and 1 from Owen Yonker. And Taylorville leads this one by 3. 3 touchdowns, not 3 points. 29 seconds left. Mattoon just got a first down. They'll get ready to go here from the 47 of Taylorville. Tornadoes try to see if they can't cause some trouble here and keep Mattoon from scoring going into the locker room. Mattoon will get the ball to start the second half. So Mattoon would love nothing more than to score here, because that would put them within 2 and getting the ball back going into the second half.
It could be double trouble.
Taylorville trying to keep that from happening. Rushing 3. Daly gets through, finds a hole, and then gets pulled down near the first down marker. And the first down marker is not the issue. Time is the issue for Mattoon. 20 seconds left, and time's still going. Mattoon going to try to spike the ball here with 2 timeouts left. And they're going to go for it. Run up the middle again from Daly. This time Taylorville ready for it. Enough for a first down, but down around the 36. And with 7 seconds left, Mattoon will take another timeout.
Personally, I would have taken one of the timeouts, and you still have 1 left, and it gives you a little bit of freedom going up the middle.
Timeout.
And you've got the time
Mattoon,
to work with. So
second timeout,
you either
first half.
run a play up the middle, and then you have a choice to either call timeout or maybe spike the ball and then keep the timeout. Then you've got 1 play free to work with, or you can try to go out of bounds or go for a deep pass. Just a little more freedom to work with. Now 7 seconds left and 1 timeout at the 37-yard line, it looks like. Now it's going to take some work for Mattoon to get themselves into kicking range if they're going to cut into this 23-point deficit.
We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on WTIM, your information station. In favor of Taylorville, 7 seconds, 007 to be exact. Tornadoes, Taylorville Tornadoes. They lead this one by 23. 7 seconds left. Mattoon has the ball at Taylorville's 36-yard line. They have to get to the 26 to get a first down, but with 7 seconds left, they're going to have time for 1 play, maybe 2, depending on how they work here with this time left. Hackett rolls out to his left-hand side, slings it over the corner, and it's incomplete with 3 seconds left. So they'll bring up a 2nd and 10, and they'll have time for 1 last play should they decide to take it.
And see, at this point now, the one timeout is irrelevant, really, with 3 seconds left. Now you just take a shot at the end zone, it looks like, to try to get a score.
I would imagine Taylorville will rush the bare minimum. Yeah, they are in prevent defense 100%. Everybody kind of hanging back towards the 20-yard line. As Mattoon will try to sling this one towards the end zone. Taylorville rushing 3. 7 men back. Looking to throw. Rolls out to his left-hand side. Hot pursuit from the corner. And as time expires, pulled down from behind on the tackle made from Taylorville's Gabe Michaud. And that is how we head into halftime. Tornadoes lead this one 29-6. We'll be back in just a moment as we bring you all of the action from today's game. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Back in just a moment. Welcome back to Taylorville Football. You're coming over alongside Reed Cama as we get ready for our marching band, Taylorville marching band to play. Let's go over what happened here today so far here at halftime with a 29-6 lead for the Tornadoes. Braden Hackett got the scoring early with a 1-yard touchdown run, but it's been all Taylorville ever since then. Malik Pierce, 23-yard reception, and a 41-yard reception. Isaac Repsher added a 2-yard touchdown run, but it was the play of Owen Yonker with a 72-yard reception that gave Taylorville a 29-6 lead. Reed, what were your thoughts from that first half?
Well, Taylorville just solid all around in terms of their plays on offense and on defense. They've been resilient in terms of making up some of the lost yardage from penalties. We talked about trying to keep the penalties down, which they have done at times, although there was one costly penalty, but even then, still able to make the yards up. And there's been very little in return from Mattoon. And going back to that Taylorville offense, we've seen a little bit of everyone involved. So, versatile offense. That's what helps you win games.
All right, we're going to send it down. Tommy TV is going to help us with covering the marching band. You get to hear the marching band over the radio. So thank you, Tommy TV. Here is the Taylorville Marching Band.
Under the Red Moon and Midnight Ride. Drum Major Chase Clayton, is your band ready? Tornado Marching Band, the field is yours.
Great job from the Taylorville marching band here as they play at halftime. Taylorville leads this one 29-6, as it's been the Malik Pierce show here. But the big play actually came from Owen Yonker on a 72-yard touchdown reception on a great open throw and catch from Owen Yonker from Isaac Repsher. Mattoon scored first with 6 points. Taylorville with 29 unanswered, and that's where we sit right now at halftime. Tornadoes leading this one. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Back in just a moment.
I'm grabbing grain, sipping sideways. I'm done saving that money. Now we gon' ball out. Knock these goons out the house. Who out there talking all that mouth? Who came to see me? Who rapping like me? Don't make me get up out my seat. Don't make me come up off of this beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your 50-50 tickets out. Tonight's winner will take home $135. And the winning ticket is number 730. Again, it's 730. 777. You have the winning ticket. Please bring it up to the press.
What a great performance by the THS award-winning band directed by Mr. Jordan and drum major Chase Clayton, and an amazing performance by the THS dance team. The score at halftime is currently 29-6 with the Tornadoes in the lead.
2-2, 1-4 overall. So Taylorville trying to figure out a way that they can keep pace with the top of the conference here, as they are looking to pick up a big win here today. Tornadoes doing what they need to do here. And again, Malik Pierce, Wyatt Yonker, big reasons for that lead here today. All right, so Mattoon will receive the ball to start the third quarter. And Taylorville leads this one by about 3 touchdowns, as Taylorville leading this one and up and ready to go. So for Taylorville, holding on to a significant advantage. We'll see what they want to do. Reed, if you are Taylorville, what do you need to do here in this third quarter?
Well, they can keep doing much of what they're doing because it's been effective, but they've just got to play for 24 more minutes, not let their foot off the gas, because Mattoon, I'm sure, will be ready to punch back if Taylorville does sit back. But I think Taylorville can be quite satisfied with how they've played in this game.
All right, we're going to take one last little break. When we come back, we will have third quarter action. Taylorville leads this one 29-6 on WTIM and Tommy TV. Back in just a moment. Alongside my partner Reed Camai, as we bring you all of the action here this evening. Tornadoes leading this one 29-6 here at the start of the third quarter, as Taylorville will get ready to punt. Ben Peabody, what a machine. Dude has been kicking it into the end zone all night and making life miserable for Mattoon. And he will go again here to kick. Probably the most time we've seen him kick all season long, as he has taken over. Just been absolutely booming on his kicks. It's been fantastic to watch as he gets ready to go here. So Peabody set, and third quarter is underway. It's an onside squib kick. Loose ball, who wants it? Oh, close one. Boy, Taylorville almost jumped on that one, as diving forward was Dawson Jenkins, but it will be Mattoon ball as Taylorville tried a trick play coming out of the third quarter.
Yeah, do it in high school and before you can't in the NFL. It was a bit deep of an onside kick for it to be easily gatherable for Taylorville, so it does give Mattoon good field position. That's what they need to come back in this game, down 23 points.
So Mattoon will start at their own 45, as we'll see what Mattoon wants to do here, led by Braden Hackett. Hackett, handoff on the left-hand side, run up the middle. Nowhere to go for Braden Daly.
That's what they've been running in the first half. I had said near the end of that first half they needed to change something up. They were able to get some good distance on that drive, but just ran out of time. See what they do here.
I'm so glad that the Cubs played yesterday, so they're not playing right now, because I don't know if I'd be able to do both at the same time.
Yeah, I think that would be a struggle.
Off day for all of the baseball teams where they start the playoff runs tomorrow for the 8 teams left. Run up the middle on the left-hand side for Daly. Still enough for a first down, then some, then down to the 41. So Daly gets a first down on a great run up the middle. Well, Mattoon in business here with the ball at the 42-yard line of Taylorville, trailing by 3 touchdowns.
Mattoon needed a strong start to the second half. They got it at the start of the game as well. So they could just be the ones having to, not let up as the rest of this game goes on.
All right, so Taylorville will get back to work here on defense. High snap, handed off to Daly again. Pulled down in the backfield and nowhere to go. Great job from Taylorville defense on that one, as they were able to get in there and nowhere to go for Daly on the third run. And Taylorville said, absolutely not, we're done with this.
That's a stop that the Tornado defense needed, just getting in there. That's good persistence too.
Connor Hunsley was the guy on the stop there. Sorry to cut you off there, Reed.
No, just in good position to make the tackle.
Yeah, Connor Hunsley, fantastic job, just didn't let him go. 2nd and 9 from the 41. Shotgun for Hackett. High snap again, looking to throw. Throws it in the end zone, one-on-one to match up. And incomplete as both guys fighting for it. The battle between Taylorville's Maddox Rivera and Mattoon's Connor Ranke, and that battle has been going on all game long, Reed.
All game long, and it's been a struggle for the receiver there, Ranke, to gather it in that tight one-on-one matchup.
So they'll bring up a 3rd and 9 from the 41. Taylorville defense rate has been absolutely fantastic. 2 games in a row now. They were really good against Effingham last week. Continued to be really good here against this Mattoon Greenwave. Taylorville goes back to work here. Fakes the handout to Daly. Takes himself on the right side. Hackett forward and gets taken down. Tripped up on the right hash marks for a gain of about 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a manageable 4th and 6. But still 4th down.
And I expect they'll go for it here, as that's sort of no man's land again, like what we were talking about with Taylorville in terms of punting or trying to kick the field goal.
4th and 5 from the 37, and Mattoon struggled to kick an extra point even from just a few yards away, so I can't imagine that they have a 53-yard boot in them. Sometimes this would be a struggle for some college teams. Not so much at the NFL level anymore. Those guys can really get a leg in. They're going to go for it. Here's the throw, left-hand side, picked off by Rivera, down to the 45-50, 45-40. No one's going to catch him. All the way on a pick 6. Maddox Rivera. There it is. Maddox Rivera reading that one the whole way on that one. Interceptions. And Taylorville able to take that one over 60 yards for an easy touchdown.
Well, Hackett knew exactly what he was trying to do. The problem is he threw into double coverage. That was just really well done by Rivera, stepped into it, and it's really hard to stop someone, especially in the secondary, as there was another unsportsmanlike conduct.
Who are they going to get this time? Taylorville will get punished
Unsportsmanlike
again for
conduct.
celebrating too much.
Number 10 on the defense, on the return. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So another unsportsmanlike conduct on Taylorville, and as Reed said, that'll be enforced on the kickoff. As Peabody will kick the extra point here. Read that the whole way. Rivera with a great pick on that one. My goodness, now flags come in again on the XP.
Dead ball, false start. Number 50 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still a try.
That will be on Ethan Smith, the offensive lineman. Taylorville leads this one 35-6. 35 unanswered points for the Taylorville Tornadoes. So here we go. The hold from Wyatt Yonker. Kick is up and good. 36-6, Taylorville leads by 30 with 9:06 left here in the third quarter. WTIM, your information station, back in just a moment. Back to Taylorville Greenwave football. Lyric Kamola alongside my partner Reed Camai. It's been all Taylorville here. Maddox Severa, massive interception as you see on Tommy TV, where he picked 6, nobody near him, and Severa will race all the way 60-plus yards for an easy touchdown. Oh, Peabody will get ready to kick here again. You've been doing that a lot today, Reed.
That's right, getting used to it.
I'll take it. Here's the kick. Line drive down towards the left-hand side. It is caught around the 13-yard line. Brought out to the 20, diving stop, but missed him. But pulled down around the 27-yard line. Boy, I tell you what, Taylorville's Spencer Brown came screaming onto the screen and just barely missed him, but
that would have been some tackle. Here, we'll have another look on Tommy TV.
Spencer Brown out of nowhere just makes an absolute diving try.
Oh, there he comes. Oh, yeah, I don't even think he got a touch.
But a good return from number 22, Brendan Prince. And Mattoon will start at their own 28-yard line on a 1st and 10.
Again, if you go down swing.
Brown was either going to be a hero or
oh, no.
And now over the left-hand side, throw is high and falls incomplete. Boy, that another one-on-one matchup. And Taylorville's breathed a sigh of relief there. But again, the battle between Max Severa and Connor Ranke continues. Now a flag comes in.
This time Ranke actually got a bit loose there. And this time it was their own quarterback, Hackett, who threw it just a little too long.
And I apologize. No flag on that play. I looked at the official was making a weird signal. Now over the left-hand side, tries to run up the middle. And Daly gets absolutely stomped over as it tries to run on the left-hand side. All right, so get back to work here on a Mattoon Greenwave with a 3rd and 1. Be 3rd and 1 from the 37-yard line. Bad snap over towards the backside. Still can't pick it up. Trying to land on it. It's going to be Taylorville landing on it instead. And the bad snap leads to a turnover. And Taylorville right there to fall on it. Hackett tried scrambling to go pick it up, crawling on the field, trying to pick it up. As the snap was just way off the mark, hit the left hand. And Hackett tries to pick it up, can't grab the ball. He kicks it with his foot, tries driving over. And instead, it's going to be all Taylorville landing on top of it on the turnover. And Taylorville will set up with really, really good field position at the Mattoon 18-yard line. So, Taylorville on the near hash mark. Isaac Repsher back to work. Hands off to Mateer. Right side, still on his feet, pushing forward towards the 5, then pulled down around the 3-yard line on a great run from Mateer, excuse me. Owen Mateer. I'm getting all my first names mixed up tonight. I'm telling you,
a lot
it's
of them.
been brutal, dude.
Yeah, and for Mattoon, it's difficult. You got a lot of Bradens, you got a Shaden.
Braden, Shaden, and Hayden.
And a Hayden. Oh, I forgot about the Hayden.
Yes, I have Aiden too. I'm telling you, it's been a broadcaster's nightmare here this evening. Taylorville on the near hash mark. 1st and goal from the 4. Motion. Repsher under center. Hands off to Mateer, right side, and there it is. Isaac Repsher on a 4-yard run. And Taylorville leads. By a lot.
By a lot indeed. 42-6 with the kick to come. And a couple simple plays for Taylorville to score after recovering the fumble.
Well, 42-6 lead for the Tornadoes as Taylorville will get ready to kick the extra point, kicking this one for Taylorville. Cameron Smith. Smith's kick. Up and in, and good. Cameron Smith gives the Taylorville Tornadoes a 43-6 lead with 7:33 left here in the 3rd quarter. So costly fumble will give Taylorville an easy 6 points, and it's been all Tornadoes here with 7:33 left in the 3rd quarter. WTIM, your information station. Rick Camola alongside my partner Reed Cam. I bring you all of the action this evening as Taylorville will try to pick up their 2nd win in a row and get back to 500 football. They're 2-3 right now, trying to get back to 3-3 and keep pace with the top of the conference with a big conference win here. Again, you need 6, you want 5, or you need 5, you want 6. And Taylorville trying to reach that goal. They're going to have another big game against Charleston next week. And then a tough game against Mount Zion here in Taylorville, followed by a last game against Civic Memorial. So when you look at those, that's a winnable game against Charleston, and it's a winnable game against Civic Memorial. Mount Zion's going to be a really, really tough matchup. But there is a potential here for 5 wins for Taylorville.
And likely that it comes down to the last one.
That game against Civic Memorial going to be really, really tough. Now a bunch of flags come in after the kickoff was done in the backfield.
Yeah, a player was offside as he got in front of the ball before it was kicked.
Encroachment.
You got to
On
wait.
the kicking team, number 10. We'll move back 5 yards.
Taylorville will back up and have to
Re-kick.
kick again. (43-6) lead for Taylorville. 7:33 left here in the quarter.
That's not an incident that you see all that often.
No, I don't. You know what? I don't know if I can tell you the last time I saw a kickoff that had to be redone for a situation like that.
It happened a few times in the middle school intramural football league I played in and then refereed it.
I have questions about that later on, Reed.
Oh, you can ask that.
Ben Peabody ready to go again here from the 35. Ball in the near hash mark. And here we go. Another deep kick down to about the 8. Pulled out to the 15, then to the 20. 25-30, he has one man to beat. Gets past Peabody, still up, down, then pulled down around the 45-yard line. Spencer Brown, the hero of that one, preventing the big kickoff return for a touchdown. Mattoon will still get really good field position, but Spencer Brown was the man on the stop right there.
Yeah, good blocking that time by Mattoon. And really did look like Tristan Porter, maybe could have cut to the outside. I think if he had done that, maybe he could have gotten a little bit of extra distance, but still a really good return. That's what Mattoon so desperately needed.
All right, so Taylorville will get ready to go on defense here again. Last time they were on defense, Mattoon fumbled the ball, and Taylorville picked it up with really, really good field position, leading to a touchdown from Owen Mateer. Now run up the middle on the left-hand side on a delayed handoff. Pulling, and then gets pulled down. Daly gets slung backwards on the run up the middle. Or Shaden Neff, ball carrier. I apologize. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 41. .6:53 left here in the third quarter. Mattoon trying to drive, trailing by a lot. Taylorville rushing 3, high snap. Daly on the right-hand side gets pulled down and taken down quickly. Gain of about 1, maybe 2 on the play. Front line swallowing him up.
That kind of play has been hit or miss for Mattoon in this game. Seems like they've sort of struggled with it when they really need those yards. And now they do on a 3rd and 5, down by a lot halfway through this third quarter.
3rd and 5 with 6:10 left here in the third quarter. 41-yard line of Taylorville. Mattoon trying to get their first points since the opening drive of this game. Snap, hand off to Daly. Runs into a wall and then gets pulled back all the way. Forward progress will give him about 3 yards on the play. They'll bring up a 4th and 3 on the stop from Taylorville's defense.
And this is when you go for it, as they make that stop right from that linebacker position. Just sees where to go, as you can see on Tommy TV.
Taylorville defense, I'm telling you, I see the score and you talk about the offense and what the offense has done, but the defense has been just as good for this Taylorville team tonight. Here's the snap, handoff, left-hand side, nowhere to go. Taylorville wall, yes! Big stop, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Leading the charge on that one was Taylorville's Gabe Mashad. And a big turnover on downs for Taylorville.
Mashad's had a couple good tackles in this game, and maybe none better than making the stop right here on 4th down. We knew that Mattoon would go for it in this position, and Taylorville gets it back.
So Taylorville leads this one 43-6 as they'll get the football back. Now Mount Zion beat Mattoon 48-0. Taylorville has a chance to get ahead of that. So here we go. Taylorville, handoff. Swallowed up in the backfield. Nowhere to go. In on the stop for Mattoon was Cam Harrison, but there were a number of Greenwave players in there as well, including Camden Tinsman. No gain on the play for Taylorville.
Yeah, just 4 players getting in there, and none of them were blocked. Simple as that.
2nd and 10 from the 39 on the near hash mark. Repsher in the shotgun. Showing blitz. Now they back up off of it. Repsher leans back and fires, and it's caught by Blake Laddish on a great catch. Gets pulled down, but Blake Laddish says thank you very much. Caught and pulled down at the 32-yard line of Mattoon.
And the Mattoon defender was covering too deep, but Laddish finally gets his big play.
Been trying to do that for a while. So now on the far hash mark, another handoff on the left side. Jenkins forward, flag comes in late towards the line of scrimmage, and this will probably be a holding penalty against Taylorville. But we'll wait and see what the official says. We'll bring up a 2nd and potentially a 2nd and 4.
Holding, number 51 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, replay 1st down.
And sure enough, a penalty against Taylorville for holding.
Holding's a call, move the Tornadoes back 10 yards.
A holding penalty was called against Stephen Coy, offensive lineman. And it'll be 1st down and 20 for Taylorville, who has to get down to the 23-yard line to pick up a 1st down. Shotgun. Takes the handoff. Repsher rolls out to his left-hand side. The left-hander still trying to go forward. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage and then gets taken out of bounds. And a late flag comes in after the big hit out of bounds.
And I think that's what the flag is for. So that could help out Taylorville. Maybe they get the yards back.
Not sure what happened there on the far side of the field over in the Mattoon bench.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 54. 15-yard penalty.
So a 15
will be
yard
second
penalty
down.
And a late hit from Logan Ethington, the senior defensive lineman, hit Taylorville way out of bounds, and Tornadoes will pick up 15 yards, but more importantly, pick up a first down, so the holding penalty negated. As I take that back, it will not be an automatic first down. It is a 2nd and 3, though, and so a very manageable situation for Taylorville at the 25-yard line. Repsher sets. Looking to throw. Left-hander rolls out to his left-hand side, still on his feet. Enough for the first down and then some, and then still up, and then now bounds around the 14-yard line on the quarterback keeper. It was not a designed quarterback keeper run, but the play broke down, and Repsher found some grass and said, I'll take this. Rolled out to his guy the first down, and then just rolled out of bounds. First and 10 from the 14. Taylorville in business here. They lead 43-6 with 3:46 left here in the quarter. Shotgun. Motion. Hands off again and chewed up in the backfield. Nowhere to go for Spencer Brown. Bring up a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7.
Going back to the play prior to that, that was well done by Isaac Repsher. Saw the pressure, and I think he just saw an opportunity to run with the ball. My depth perception failed me a little bit. I thought he was a lot closer to being sacked than was actually the case.
Ball in the far hash mark. Isaac Repsher ready to go here in the shotgun. Now more whistles. And Taylorville didn't like what they saw, and they called the time.
Taylorville, their first time out of the second half.
So Tornadoes take their first time out of the second half, and we'll take it with them. Tornadoes lead this one 43-6. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, watching us on Tommy TV. Be back in just a moment. Here alongside my partner Reed Kamai, bringing you all the action here this evening. Mattoon scored first, and Taylorville said, that's cute, you can keep it, we'll score 2, and did it 43 times. As they lead this one 43-6 with 3:07 left here in the third quarter. Tornadoes trying to get back to 500. They sit 2-3 on the season, trying to improve to 2-1 in the conference. Keep pace with the big guys in the conference, Mount Zion and Muhammad. Shotgun for Repsher. And now more flags come in.
Dead ball. False start
on the offense. We'll back up 5 yards again, and it'll go
still
from
second down.
A 2nd and 10 to a 2nd and 15.
Well, I've by far lost count of how much Taylorville has had in penalties in terms of number and yardage, but hasn't cost them too much in this game.
You wouldn't know it. Generally, the team that gets penalized the most doesn't win football games, but Repsher, quick throw over left-hand side, and it is incomplete. Laddish wanted a penalty. He did not get it. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 15.
Looked like there was a bit of contact there, but I think Laddish also was in a good position to turn and make the breadbasket catch. Not quite, though.
Laddish was not happy. He immediately did the throw a flag motion, did not get the call. So a 3rd and 15 from the 19. Taylorville in the red zone. They have to get all the way down to the 4-yard line, 5-yard line to pick up a first down. Havera in motion. Repture looks to throw. Quick throw left-hand side and way too far. Laddish was about 3 feet short of that mark. It was a timed throw, and Laddish was off the pace. And that'll bring up a 4th and 15. Taylor will bring on the field goal unit and see if they can't push through a field goal.
When was the last time they kicked a field goal?
It's been a minute. I think I've seen 1, maybe 2. Not this far away. 34-yard attempt, I think, if I can do my math correct. Peabody does kick. Here's the kick. And it's up. Oh, just missed. Boy, that was a close one. Just off to the left in the last possible second. But a great try from Taylor. Had the distance. Just missed by a little bit to the left. So Taylor will hold their 43-6 lead. Mattoon will take over on the missed field goal. But Taylor will lead 43-6 with 2:51 left here in the third quarter. I want to thank our sponsors, TCCU, Senior Citizens Christian County, McDonald's I'm Loving It, Sears Coffee, and don't forget Nicole Patrick, our Country Financial Player of the Game, which will be announced at the end of tonight's broadcast. Got a couple possible suggestions for that. We'll announce it a little bit closer to the end of tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. Too close to call.
So the Green Wave will get ready to go here again. Middle of the field, their own 19. Hackett, deep throw up the middle, and it's incomplete. Nearly picked. As Taylorville had about 3 guys that were right there. I think it was going to be Lane Riva in the middle of that. Also, so was Kate Gulsdorf.
I think if I read the numbers right, Logan Berry was another player who, I think he actually was the one who could have and should have made the interception. You know when it's an even contest when when I lose track of which team is in possession.
There's a lot of purple there in the middle of that throw down the middle. Hackett, high snap, hands off to Daly. Runs up the middle on the right-hand side and still pulling a defender, and then gets taken down about 2 yards shy of the first down marker. No, he's had enough for it. It'll be a first down. Forward progress gets him.
Looked for a split second like he could have broken free. So I wonder if it just seems like Taylorville's, at least their defensive game, is actually taking their foot off the gas, not what you want.
43-6 in favor of Taylorville. 2:15 left here in the third quarter. Roll over to the left-hand side for Chait. And Chait Neff run for about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 35. Tornadoes have been on cruise control here through most of this game. They took an early lead and never looked back. Mattoon's had quite a few 3-and-outs. And a couple turnovers has really changed the game around. Now, I don't know what happened there. Hackett looked to his right and looked to his left, didn't see anybody. Handed the ball off, and there was nobody there for the ball to be handed off to. They do hold on to the football, but what a botched play. And Mattoon is lucky that that was not a turnover.
Yeah, they've had a couple of those in this game. It just occurred to me, Taylorville has not had too much time of possession in the third quarter. The drive with the missed field goal was where most of that came from. Otherwise, a boomerang and then another turnover to set up an easy touchdown.
But again, when you're scoring in 8 seconds, you really don't need to have the ball for a whole long period of time. But the Tornadoes doing what they need to do, especially on defense. I know what the offense score is, but Taylorville defense has been really, really good here today. Handoff to the right-hand side. Another loose ball. And Mattoon does land on it, but another fumble. This time recovered by Mattoon. And now slow to get up and limping after getting hit was Cam Harrison. He was the tight end that was the guy that dropped the ball. He'll come out for a couple of plays. They'll check up on him, make sure he's all right. 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. Taylorville up by a few. Paul in the far hash mark. The punt ready to go. Kick is up. Malik Pierce near the 35-yard line. He'll pick it up at the 30 and he'll get ready to go. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet towards the 40, 45, breaks another one to the 50, 45, 40, gets the crowd excited, it gets pulled out of bounds around the 20, 30-yard line, 28-yard line, and that's where Taylorville will set up shop with 8 seconds left here in the third quarter on yet another great Malik Pierce punt return.
What was that, 2 or 3 tackles there that should have been made? Instead, he just takes it right up the right sideline and turns on the jets to put his side in really good position, 29-yard line.
Well, he's no Devin Hester, but he still impresses as far as just being able to make something out of nothing. He was able to do that again on that one right there. So Taylorville Tornadoes and Isaac Repscher will set up shop at the 29-yard line. Still have time for... So they have one play, as they have one guy left to go here. Left-hand side, Spencer Brown still on his feet. Towards the 15, still going, and then gets hit from behind and pulled down around the 13, and that will mark the end of the third quarter. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Welcome back to Taylorville Tornado Football. Leroy Clamola here with you as we start the fourth quarter. Mattoon scored first. They led 6-0. Since then, it has been nothing but Taylorville who have complete control in this one. They lead 43-6 with 12 minutes left here in the game. Taylorville in the red zone for Mattoon as well. Going right to left, hand off to Spencer Brown, right-hand side to the 10, to the 5, 4, 3, and there it is. Spencer Brown, 15-yard touchdown run, and Tornadoes lead 49-6.
Way to start off the fourth quarter on a high. And just finding those openings. Did Spencer Brown? There's another flag. I didn't actually see it come out. That's at least, I'm just judging by the graphic we're seeing on Tommy TV. But otherwise, a good start to the fourth quarter.
So 7 seconds into the fourth quarter, and Taylorville has a commanding lead. So they'll get ready to go here. Spencer Brown, 15-yard touchdown run. So many good plays here tonight from this Taylorville team. Kick is up. Cameron puts it through, 50-6. And it's been all Taylorville here at home. Taylorville leads by 44. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Back in a moment. football. Leroy Clamola alongside my partner Reed Camai. And Reed, it's been the Taylorville Crayon show here this evening.
All them since that very first Mattoon score. They've been effective in all fashions of the game. Some of those deep plays, and also at times taking it slowly yet surely. And as we've talked about all game, just really effective defensively as well, not letting Mattoon through.
Kick for Cameron Smith. Down towards the 14, 15, 20, 25, and then taken down around the 26-yard line. And that's where Mattoon will start their drive, from the 26 of Mattoon. 44-point lead for Taylorville with 11:30 left here in the game. Taylorville will, if everything holds, will improve to 3-3 and 2-1 in the conference. Homecoming next week. Taylorville will take on Charleston. Be excited for that action. Taylorville will try to keep the winning streak going. All right, so Mattoon will get ready to go here. Hackett in the shotgun. Personnel changes, now they're all ready to go. Split set, two on each side. Hackett, hands off. And still going, and then pulled down around the 39-yard line as the wall comes crashing down on the carry.
Another reason for, I was just going to say, another reason the score is what it is. Quite a few miscues from Mattoon in this game. You had one sequence of 2 straight plays that ended in a fumble. So that's something you just got to go back to the practice field, make sure you get those plays down.
And turnovers have been a big problem for this Green Wave. Trips right. Hackett. Hands off again. Delayed handoff, and Taylorville right there and ready for it. And Daly nowhere to go on that one, as Taylorville all up in the backfield to make the stop. Taylorville's Ben Pisani in on the stop. I take it back, catch dive. 9 looked like an 8. All right, it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 34, 9:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Taylorville by a few. Shotgun, another high snap. Handoff, flag comes in near the front of the line. This is gonna be pulled back for holding.
I didn't see specifically where the hold was or what specifically happened. We'll find out.
No, chop block on Mattoon. Take that back. Let me try again.
Got an illegal chop block on the offense.
Yes. Yep. Chop block.
15 yards, 3rd down.
I'm losing my mind, but chop block on Mattoon. They'll go back quite a ways. And so instead of it being 3rd and 1, it will now be 3rd and a lot farther. 3rd and 17 from the 19. Thank you, mathematician guys.
Yeah, there you go. Those chop block penalties are expensive in the interest of player safety. That can be really dangerous in the leg area.
Clock running down to 8:20. Rolls out to his left-hand side, looking to throw, and caught, and enough for a first down on a good reception made on the far side from Mattoon.
They don't quite yet get all the yards back, but still a good play. Haven't seen much of that from Mattoon, and as I was mentioning earlier, they did have a lot of the possession in the 3rd quarter. So just wondering where that play call had been, or possibly had something to do with some of the miscues that have happened from Mattoon in this game.
It is running clock here with this big lead from Taylorville. It'll be 4th and 6. Mattoon will have to punt. Punt is away. No one down for Taylorville. They'll roll all the way down to the 15 or 20-yard line
Maybe to the 15.
Yeah, we'll go to the 15, down to the 16-yard line. And that's where Taylorville will start their drive. Time continues to tick away. Again, Taylorville will improve to 3-3, 2-1 on the season for the conference. And Taylorville keeping pace with the top guys in the conference. That's important as we get into these final games. Taylorville only has 2 more conference games. One game against Charleston, that's homecoming next week, and then a big game against Mount Zion the week after. Both those games at home before Taylorville heads on the road to Civic Memorial. Taylorville will win 2 in a row. Mattoon will fall to 1-5, 0-3 in conference. But for Taylorville, this is a big, big win for this program. They looked really, really confident here in this game. And again, the defense, I would argue, was even more important as there's a run over the right-hand side from Dawson Jenkins down the game of about 2 on the play. I would argue that this is a big win defensive-wise for Taylorville. Yeah, the offense looked good. The offense put up 50 points. But for a Taylorville defense who had really come off a high from a game against Effingham, they were able to really continue their dominant play here in this game against Mattoon. What are your thoughts on that, Reed, and the defense from Taylorville?
Fully agree. They took advantage of turnovers or even just nearly being able to force some, and they won the turnover battle by far.
Don't forget to join us for our Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game, which we will announce at the end of today's broadcast. Run up the middle on the left-hand side on the delayed handoff. And it'll be a game of about 1 on the play, and I'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Tornadoes here as time continues to tick away here in the 4th.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I almost wonder if after tonight's game, the turnover difference for Taylorville will be at 0. I'd be willing to bet that that's the case.
If not ahead. If not ahead.
If not ahead.
Yeah. So the Tornadoes will get back to work here. Roll to the left-hand side, still on his feet, and then pulled down on the far side on the run. Dawson Jenkins on the carry on that one. It'll be 1st and 10 now. Got our backups in now for Taylorville. We'll get you some of those names as we can. Taylorville trying to chew up some time here. 4:33 left. Starters out. No sense in having them in during this time. And Taylorville will come out of the snap and get ready to go. And loose on the handoff and trying to roll over the near side. The handoff by quarterback Cameron Smith. A good run on the near side. That run from Taylorville's Noah Nash. And they'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
Maybe the first time we've said his name all season, at least in terms of offense. Nice to see some of these other players get some time out there, get the reps. It's got to feel good.
Handshakes and high fives all around from the Taylorville first team. So they're on the sideline there. And what a job from these boys here tonight in a big, big conference win. It's got to feel good. Cameron Smith motioning under center. Hands it off again. Right side, Noah Nash again. Gain of about 2 on the play. And they'll bring up a 3rd and 4. Again, Taylorville homecoming next week. Taylorville will take on Charleston. The Trojans come to town. Taylorville beat them last year. Would love to continue that streak here this year. Getting interested in getting introduced to all these Apollo Conference teams. Reed?
Yeah, that's right. Seeing what they're all like and getting a sense of what the conference is like, what the competition is like, at least for this sport.
Cameron Smith under center. Hands Hands off again, runs up the middle, and everyone comes crashing down. The ball carrier was Dawson Jenkins. Nearing the 2-minute mark here in this one. Time slowly ticking away with the running clock with the big lead from Taylorville.
And a large enough points margin and the agreement of both head coaches is what led to the running clock being enacted in this game.
IHSA rules.
Yep, that's right.
1:50 left. Time continues to tick away. Mattoon's schedule does not get any easier for them as the Green Wave will welcome Muhammad Seymour to town. Roll on the right-hand side, big run over the corner, and Dawson Jenkins has enough for a first down.
And they should just be able to kneel it out the rest of the way. There's another look at the run, a good block that time. I think that was that Jack Michael. He operates primarily as a tight end and got him to make the block, and you could see it right there on Tommy TV.
And still with 69 seconds left here in this one. Cameron Smith will get some last instructions from the coaching staff. They'll get ready to go here. First and 10, 48 seconds left. Ball snapped, another handoff. And Jenkins gets pulled down, and they say his knee went down. He was still trying to fight, but that will do it for us. A big win as the Taylorville Tornadoes will beat Mattoon Greenwave 50-6. And what a monster win for this Taylorville team and for quarterback Isaac Repsher. And Reed, you gotta love this if you're a Taylorville fan.
Just dominant all around. This is the display that I know a lot of these home supporters have been patiently waiting to see from this team. Great on both sides of the ball and really effective. They more than got the job done tonight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final horn sounds, and the Taylorville Tornadoes beat Mattoon 50-6. Taylorville improves to 3-3, 2-1 in the conference. Mattoon falls to 1-5, 0-3 in the conference as they go through the handshake line. And we'll break down all the action and how we got here. Taylorville trailed early as, courtesy of a personal foul, a touchdown run on a quarterback keeper from Brayton Hackett gave Mattoon a 6-0 lead. And for a moment, Reed, we thought, oh my gosh, we're gonna have a game here in front of us. But the Tornadoes quickly answered back. Malik Pierce, 23-yard reception, touchdown, then had a 41-yard reception, and Taylorville led 15-6 and didn't look back. Repsher had another 2-yard run. Wyatt Yonker had a 72-yard reception, a 50-yard pick six for Mag Severa. Repsher with another run, and Spencer Brown had a 15-yard touchdown run, and that was the scoring here as the Taylorville Tornadoes pick up a 50-6 win. We've got the fight song here for Taylorville, and we'll stick around here and we'll announce after that our player of the game. But we'll hear the fight song here as we wrap things up in Taylorville with a big 50-6 win here for the Tornadoes. So excited for this team who improves to 3-3 on the season and improves to 2-1 in the conference. What a win for this Taylorville team, and when you look at the I felt like everyone really got a hand in this one as far as everyone was involved in this game.
Like a very even effort from everyone involved.
Taylorville Tornadoes pick up a 50-6 win over the Mattoon Greenwave, and it was all Taylorville here in this one, to the point where we had our first running clock of the season with a big win here at home. And it's time to announce our Taylorville Tornado Player of the Game as we take a look at some highlights here. But our Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game is Malik Pierce, and Pierce had 2 big touchdowns here, as he was just fantastic. And Malik really was just a guy who gave Taylorville the lead, and the Tornadoes never looked back. First of all, a great touchdown reception from him over on the near side, and he celebrates as well he should. And then again, another big reception from him as he was able to create some space, not to mention all of the great jobs that he did, especially on punt returns as well. Really set Taylorville up with good field position multiple times. And you can argue about the defense really keeping Taylorville in games, but Malik Pierce able to do a lot with his kick, with his work that he did, and just a fantastic effort from the senior.
And he didn't always make it easy for himself, even on one of those punt returns. I remember when I think he let the ball bounce and then took it, which is really difficult to do. But for me, what makes this so big for Malik Pierce, those 2 touchdowns coming in the first quarter, with one of them as Taylorville was actually behind. And then that put them in front, so they got the start they needed, and it was difficult for Mattoon to respond after that. So that's why Malik Pierce is our Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game.
Well, I said he was no Devin Hester, but he still could easily move the ball quite well, and Malik Pierce is our Player of the Game. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Again, I want to thank Senior Citizens of Christian County, TCCU, Screwers Coffee, and our Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game, Malik Pierce. A big shout out to Hannah back in the studio. She was our producer this evening. We couldn't do this without you and the rest of your Tommy TV staff, but thank you to yes, you guys absolutely rock.
Yeah. You're
Thank you. But a great job, everyone, back in the studio. You guys made this a fantastic night. Again, on behalf of Reed Cam, my name is Leroy Clamola. If I don't see you, have a fantastic weekend. Come on out to Chili Fest. We'll be out there all weekend, and we'll have a great time. But that's going to do it for us from here. Our final score this evening, Taylorville Tornadoes 50, Mattoon Greenwave 6. If I don't see you, have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Good night.
You're watching Tommy TV.